Hey everyone, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, a case for physical media, and this was going to be a little bit different because usually we're talking about 4Ks or Blu-rays. But a while back, my mom had discovered that her and my dad still had a VHS DVD combo player and it still worked. And I had a few VHS tapes still at their house. I had left after we moved out. And when they came down to visit, because they live in Pennsylvania, they brought it with them. And it's been in the background of my review videos for about a year and a half. It's been there. You can see it in the background. And recently, my son had asked me about it, and because he's only 12, so he never watched anything on VHS. He does. I remember going into a secondhand store, and we were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee on vacation, and we went in, and in the back section they had a couple VCRs and a bunch of VHS tapes. And he asked me, he goes, "Daddy, what are those?" And I had to explain to him that back when I was younger, his age, we would go to a video store. My video store of choice in Tamaqua, Pennsylvania, I've said it many times on videos, was Broad Street Video. And we would have to go rent VHS tapes. This is back before people really started buying them. I mean, we owned a few. My parents, we had Top Gun, Batman, 89 Batman, Raiders of the Lost Ark, stuff like that. But we didn't own a lot. Some of it was recorded off HBO or Cinemax when it was free, or when we did have those pay services. But recently he's like, "Well, I want to watch a movie on VHS. I want to see a movie how you saw it when you grew up." And I thought that was pretty sweet of him and thoughtful of him to think of that. And I had bought a copy of Halloween, actually a VHS tape that I'd owned from Anchor Bay back in the day. I had showed it, we haven't watched it yet, but we watched it on 4K, but he wants to go back and watch it on VHS. We didn't have time, we had visitors, and things are a little hectic right now. But recently, he's like, "I'd want to have a few movies on VHS." And I have a few, but he wanted some that he really, really likes. So this is kind of an unboxing video, in a way. I've never done an unboxing video before, but we're going to kind of do one. One that's already unboxed, though, I'm going to show you, is I picked up Scream. This is I used to own this VHS, and this is one of my son's favorite horror films. Now that we've started his journey through horror, we are now in a Halloween franchise. We're up to Rob Zombie's movies. We haven't watched them yet, but we've been plowing through them. Picked this up on VHS. We haven't watched it yet. We haven't had time. I mean, this is full Halloween season. We're trying to get the house decorated. We're going on vacation in a week and a half. So we don't have a whole lot of free time right now. Plus, we have other events going on that we have to attend. So yeah, but Scream, I picked this up off eBay for like $10, which kind of pained me in a way because I used to own this and I got rid of all my VHS tapes except for a handful when I moved to Arizona. But I got it back, and my son loves this movie and he can't wait to watch it on VHS. The next one, I got to give a shout out to Death by VHS. You can follow them on Instagram. They have a bunch of different movies on VHS that you can purchase, and I just got this yesterday. So let's take a look at what's inside of this bad boy. Open this nice packaging up. It's nicely bubble wrapped. Yeah, I saw this. My son saw it, and he goes, "I want that," because one of my son's favorite movies from last year, horror movies that he saw, not that he saw everything, was Eli Roth Thanksgiving, and I really enjoyed it too. I think it was top 3 of my favorite horror movies last year, and they had a VHS copy on there, Thanksgiving, so I purchased it. I love this box art. This is awesome. And then on the back, it has the turkey, but this is from the trailer, not from the movie. Obviously, if you've seen the movie, this is not from the movie. This is from the Grindhouse trailer, but this is the movie on VHS. And we haven't watched it yet, but I can't wait to give this a watch. And Death by VHS is the name of the company. They have some great films over. You can get Maxine on VHS. They had Long Legs. I think they sold out of that, though. But yeah, shout out to Death by VHS. They have some really great stuff. I can't wait to sit down and watch this with my son on VHS. This almost feels right to watch Thanksgiving on VHS, considering it started out as a Grindhouse trailer. So I'm really looking forward to that. And before I go, I just want to give a shout out to a few podcasts. Nobody asked me to do this, but I want to give a shout out to Phil and Doug over to Spook House Podcast. Check those guys out. They have an Instagram page. They have a YouTube channel. They're awesome. Also, another shout out to, I've never spoken to these gentlemen. We message each other back and forth a little bit. I've listened to their podcast. They seem like really great guys. And the guys over at Mouths of Madness podcast, go check those guys out. They have a YouTube channel, and check them out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also, last but not least, my good friend Dale _A from the Bat and Spider podcast. Go over and check those guys out. Those guys are awesome. You can also find them on Instagram and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All right, this video's going on longer than I anticipated, but we got Thanksgiving and we got Scream on VHS, and we can't wait to sit down and watch them. That's it for this video. I hope you're all doing great out there. Until next time, bye.